Hey everybody, it is Mike Crow here, and we are doing Driving Inspector Success number 38. I have to tell you, I'm a little inspired today. I am going to see my dad today. We are having his fence replaced in his backyard, and so I am working hard on trying to help make sure that gets done right and everything. The other thing that really inspired me this morning was that we did a coaching call with our mastermind members. We are in the process of reinventing some of the information and how we put it out and all that good stuff. And so we are working on what will be called My Inspector Community. And so we'll have some fun. That is under Coach Blueprint. And if you want to get more information on what I do and how I coach and how I can help people, go out to coachblueprint.com/go, G-O, coachblueprint.com/go. Now, today, one of the things that came up on the call there were so many good ideas that came up on the call. One of the things that I told them that I would be teaching at the next mastermind meeting on our, what I call our combo day, or our, where we bring two of the different coaching groups together, will be the top 5 stackables that you need to kind of get yourself up and get running. Now, here's the thing is, I'm going to tell you these and you're going to go, oh yeah, we have that. But unless you've seen what we do and how we do it, the chances are that they're probably old school, ineffective, and not doing the job properly, okay? So one of the things, of course, is that I teach what we call the Big Bang Marketing, and you need at least 10 real estate offices that you're visiting per week. And it really should be the same 10 every week. That's important. It should be the same 10 real estate offices every week. You should walk in, you should set up a chocolate bowl. Disney used to say, I hope we never forget this all started with a mouse, right? I like to say, I hope we never forget this all started with a chocolate bowl, because it did for me, starting to outline what I call the Big Bang Marketing and the coaching pieces of all of that. Anyway, you walk in, you set up the chocolate bowl, you go back every week for 8 weeks, and they just get to know you, they get to like you, they get to trust you, they start referring you. The great thing is that we had some members join right going into winter, and winter was still tough on everybody, and those members are now talking about how busy they are and how things are moving forward and how many referrals and how many mavens are referring them and all kinds of great stuff. So the Big Bang Marketing is one of your top 5 stackables. The Big Bang Marketing is one of your top 5 stackables. And you can go do whatever you want on your own. The truth is, you need to have some form of really powerful marketing that you do every single week that makes the phone ring, right? You need to have that. And a lot of home inspectors, when they get busy, they stop doing their marketing. And then when it's not busy, they do more marketing. And one of the biggest difference between the guys like that and the guys that I coach is we never shut our marketing off. Now, we may turn the volume knob down a little bit, but when it's not as busy, we just turn the volume knob up. We never turn it off. And I can explain more to you about that at some point. Now, here's one of the other top 5 stackables. You need a really good business card. And the problem is that most people have business cards, but they have their name on them, they have their face on them, and those are not really good marketing business cards for you when, 1, you want to sell the company, or 2, you want to start hiring other inspectors. So you need a really good, solid marketing business card, all right? So it should have the name of the company on it. It should have 2 of your solid, great, unique selling points on the front of it, your number 1 best unique selling point on the back of it, and the phone number should be on the front and on the back so that people can get to know you or understand. You don't want them calling and going, hey, I'd like to see if I could have Joe come do an inspection for me, taking your name as Joe. You want them to be able to call and say, hi, yes, I need to see if I can get a home inspection, right? I don't call a plumbing company or other companies and go, hey, I'd like to make sure Joe the plumber can come out and fix my drain line, which, by the way, I had to have done recently, my sewer line. They sent whoever they wanted out. And by the way, he called us. He was a great guy. I got to meet him. They did a great job. The bottom line is, though, when you call a company, it's unusual, it's rare to ask for one specific person. Now, we have like 15 plus inspectors. And so we still have inspectors that get requested. That's okay. That's normal, right? But you don't want every stinking phone call to be going, hey, I want Joe. Hey, I want Joe. Because at some point, Joe's schedule becomes very full, and it makes it harder for you to be able to do some things. So your business card, I've given you a couple of pieces of that, and there are more on it, but that's a couple of pieces on it. The next one of your top 5 stackables is your brochure. And you may go, oh yeah, I have a brochure. I guarantee you, unless you've gotten information from what we do on the brochures, that your brochure is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Will it make them go look at all the brochures? Will it make them go, oh, we need to make sure we call this company? Will we call this company? By the way, whether you're in the inspection business, or whether you're an accountant, or whether you're a dry cleaners, or whether you're, just any type of business, you've got to make sure you have the business type of business card, the marketing business card, as I might start calling that in the future. But you also need to make sure that you have the marketing brochure. And by the way, one of the things I was looking at one person's brochure this morning is we market a lot to real estate agents. So he put in his brochure some things that he wants the real estate agents to know that he does. The problem is the real estate agents don't want to hand that out to their buyers now. And so you've got to make sure that you separate your marketing pieces, information that go to the home buyer or to maybe some type of buyer. And then we put out a flyer that we put into the boxes at the real estate offices that let them know what we do for the real estate agents or our mavens. And by the way, those could be mortgage companies, title companies, real estate attorneys, insurance companies, all different types of other companies out there as well. So those are 3 of your top stackables. The next one that I want to mention are your unique selling points. One of the things we started doing in our mastermind group this year, and that we introduced at Mission 25, was that we are going to start making the brochures for our mastermind members. And then maybe we'll expand that at some point. But right now we have a bunch of mastermind members, so we're going to focus on them first. And inside the brochures, we want to make sure that the brochure says, why should they use this company? And I sat down with my younger son, Alex, who's creating these. He has a graphics design degree, and so he's creating these and helping people set up their brochures and everything. And one of the things is he's asking the question when he's creating it, what are your top 5 unique selling points? I'm going to give you just some of ours real quick. And these may be yours, they may not be yours. And you may go, oh, I can't do that. That's okay. I love it when my competition tells me they can't do something we do. All right. You just make my day. All right. But for instance, we can schedule same day appointments like 99% of the time. We can schedule same day appointments. Your average home inspector can't do that. And what happens is they get so busy that they get booked up 2, 3, 4, 5 days. We have openings every day right now. And we have 4 new inspectors that are in training that are getting ready to come out once they pass the Crow's House and some of the other training tests that we put in place to make sure that we can take care of our clients and everything. So same day inspections. That's pretty cool, pretty awesome, unique selling point. Our report is delivered on site and emailed to all parties, emailed to the agent and to the buyer at the time of inspection. That's an incredible one. And I still have inspectors that I coach all across North America going, Mike, I can't do my report on site. That's okay. You don't have to, but I will tell you that speed and accuracy will win the day every single time, okay? So we also have a 90-day termite warranty. Even if we find termites at the time of our inspection, you can have it treated with a small deductible. You get free paperwork to go with that, so you can move right on into closing. That's kind of a cool thing, right? And then we also have added this last year, a free roof protection plan. So at the time of our inspection, if the roof has major issues, we have made arrangements with a national, I don't know if they're national or not, but a really good roofing firm that is taking care of client after client and making sure that, if there's hail damage, which we have in this area on a regular basis, that they can come in and do this. And they give a significant discount to the people so that we can work with that way. So there's like 3 or 4 of the unique selling points that we use, right? And there's so many others. We actually have almost 20 different unique selling points that makes us different than everybody else. So that's like number 4 of the top 5 stackables. Now, I could go on and on. What I find is that people skip over the basics. It was kind of funny because somebody went, well, Mike, is this a must? No, it's not a must. You can have a great car sitting in the driveway and you go out to your car and you get in and you forgot the key, right? And now you can't turn the car on because you don't have the key. I laugh a little bit because after I got off the coaching call, I'm headed to go see my dad. And after I got off the coaching call, I went out, got in the car and everything. And, cars nowadays are just push button, right? And it went, no key fob detected. And I went, I had to go back inside, get the key and come back out and take care of things. The bottom line is that you don't have to do these basics. It's just going to be a lot harder to start the car when you don't have a good, solid business card, a marketing business card, not a personal business card. And by the way, if you're a single man operation and you're going to be a single man operation for the rest of your career, which a lot of real estate agents are, then that's fine. Then have a personal business card and then have a personal brochure as well. It's just that at some point, if you decide you want to build this much past that, then that's great. So for instance, we've added a results coach to our coaching program this year for our mastermind members. And so this results coach, I am coaching so she can grow her business at some point as well. And I said, you're going to have to let me know if you want to stay a single man operation, where it's just you, or would you like to have 8 coaches down the road, or 6 coaches, or a dozen coaches down the road? And you can almost see her eyes light up, right? You mean it doesn't have to be just me? No, I'm a good inspector. I haven't done an inspection though in 20 years because I have 15 plus inspectors out there doing inspections every single day. It was kind of funny. I saw on on the pages, the guy was going, man, I would really rather do just 2 inspections a day, but today I'm doing 3 inspections. And I kind of felt sorry for him. I get it, especially if you're trying to run the whole business and do everything, but there's just no reason to have to be that guy. I got a little snarky. No one took my head off, which I just want to say thank you. Anybody's watching this, nobody took my head off. When they saw it, I said, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. We're doing 20 inspections today. But I didn't have to go do any of them, right? Because I built the system so that it would be much bigger than just myself. Now, we do work very hard on training those guys and keeping those guys working on some stuff. So anyway, the bottom line, guys, is what are your stackables? What are your basics that you've got to get right? And many of the folks that are here on the line, we've talked about and worked with them some on their brochure and their business card and their big bang marketing route and their maven driven marketing and their unique selling points. And those are just some of the top stackables that you've got to get in place to really be able to take care of everything. Well, as I love to tell people, and I'm going to wind this up here real quick. 1, thank you so much for coming online and watching and being with me this morning. And feel free to put in your comments. And by the way, when you're watching this, do me a favor, hit the like button. Facebook seems to like that. All right, hit the like button or put a comment, because when people do, Facebook goes, oh, this must be relevant. And, I get to reach more people, which is part of my whole big thing, helping people help themselves. But with this, I want to finish with this. Be successful and be around those that are successful, because the more money we make, guys, the more people we can help. All of you have a great day, and thank you for joining me on this, and I look forward to talking with you all at some point again soon. So this is Driving Inspector Success number 38. Bye-bye.